PewDiePie has been the most subscribed to channel on YouTube basically forever, well for as long as I can remember at least, and over the last few months it's been an interesting saga where his top spot position has been under threat by the major Indian corporation that is TSeries. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it now because I assume everyone knows everything about it already. It's been quite a long saga, it's going on about 2 months now, and I'm pretty sure I'm the last person to make this video. So if you want to know more about it, I recommend going back. There are some really good videos out there explaining it at length and giving all the information. So today I'm more or less just going to give my opinion on it, throw in my 2 cents and just, you know, weigh in on the situation as a whole. But in summary, for you guys that don't know anything about it, TSeries is a big Indian corporation. They're kind of like India's version of Vivo, if you want to put it like that, just what I gather from their videos, and they're picking up an unprecedented amount of subscribers and views every single day. They've been growing rapidly since the start of the year, picking up hundreds of thousands of subscribers every freaking day. They now sit at 71 million subscribers just on a PewDiePie. I think it's, you know, within 100k I think of PewDiePie now at this rate, and you know, the race is really on. I'm going to get a screenshot up here now for you guys anyway from Social Blade, but I think I checked a few hours ago and the numbers are ridiculous. TSeries picking up 4.5 million subscribers every month or so and 2.3 billion views every month, and it's ridiculous. To think that there's a channel out there picking up 70 to 90 million views every single day it's absurd. It's literally, I don't know what to say. I don't think I've ever seen an independent creator do anything like that to get anything close to those numbers, and I'm not surprised really, but to think that it's possible it's mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing. Most people accredit the insane growth of TSeries due to the fact that India is one of the biggest countries in the world. You know, the pure size of India, not to mention its massive population, it's no surprise really that an Indian creator is doing so well over there, because like I said, I think the population is 1.3 billion, which puts them just below China for the, you know, biggest country in the world, and they're also in an area that's growing really quickly. I'm not sure how high they rank in the fastest growing populations in the world, but they're definitely up there compared to, you know, USA, America, England and parts of Europe. But nonetheless, I mostly think this is due to the fact that there aren't many Indian creators out there over in the East. When you come over here, you can scroll through YouTube literally for days and reel off hundreds, thousands, if not millions of random accounts of people trying to make it on YouTube, from the big dogs like PewDiePie, Superwoman, Logan Paul and so on, down to people like me who are busting videos out every day, or even further down the spectrum you have even smaller creators that are, you know, teenagers, whatever's playing games or vlogging or whatever. There are so many people out there over here that are so saturated, whereas over in India, if you have a look, there's only a handful of channels. So there's not much choice when it comes to, you know, TSeries or a 6-year-old Indian kid that's making a vlog. So I'm not really surprised. Also, it's worth noting that there are so many emerging markets out there that are slowly getting better access to internet and technology in general, so that makes a big impact too. But nonetheless, they're growing rapidly and it's not going to stop anytime soon, that's for sure. What I found the most interesting though is, you know, the impact it's had on the platform as a whole, and also what it means for the rest of the creators out here on YouTube. Let's take a step back and look at PewDiePie like as an individual for a second. Back at the start of this, you know, whole saga, he had 64 million subscribers, and now like 2 months later he's on 71 million. That's 70? No, that is 7 million subs in 2 months like alone, and that's ridiculous even for someone like PewDiePie. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. I know, like, it's silly to overlook the success of Logan and Jake Paul, for example, but for me, people that they already had a big following over on Vine, so it isn't, you know, they come from a very unique position in the game. But back to PewDiePie quickly, he really is the last big creator out there, if you want to put it in a in a dramatic way. It's interesting how these big corporations are slowly but surely taking over the platform. You know, while these big corporations have very much been in control for a little while now, it's becoming clearer and clearer to see. Like, if you take a casual look through the trending list or even through your regular homepage, I guarantee you're going to see a bunch of music videos or the Jimmy Fallon show or carpool karaoke and all this nonsense that it's, you know, there's not many independent people out there anymore. It's all these big companies that are shoveling, you know, ridiculous amounts of money into YouTube ads and getting a presence there, and it's insane. It really is insane. Like, the trending page has very much just become a billboard section now. It might as well be that. Like if you actually look through the top subscribed to channels on the platform, I think PewDiePie is one of the only real creators left there in one of the high positions. If you go over to Social Blade, like I'll put a screenshot up here actually so you guys can see it as well. The top 5 for a very long time, well not top 5, top 4 sorry, have been YouTube's topics. I think it's music, gaming, sports and YouTube movies. And interestingly actually, during this whole PewDiePie vs TSeries saga, PewDiePie actually overtook YouTube movies, which is the first time anyone's ever done that. So that's a crazy good achievement. But nonetheless, if you take PewDiePie out, I'm pretty sure the top 20, if not top 30, are all just Vivo accounts, you know, like Taylor Swift Vivo, Justin Bieber Vivo, whatever. And also news or 5-minute crafts are up there, I'm pretty sure. And all these other channels that aren't, you know, these are run by big corporations. Like I know you have, for example, Dude Perfect or Holosoy German up there. They're kind of independent, I guess. I don't watch their videos, but I'm pretty sure they're similar to PewDiePie in a way. You have like you do have some independent creators up there, but for the most part it's Katy Perry, Taylor Swift and all of this nonsense. So like, to be fair to PewDiePie, I guess if you take it as subscribers versus the number of people you have working on the channel, then yeah, PewDiePie is still very high up there. When you consider the fact that TSeries has thousands of employees that can pump out multiple good quality videos every single day, versus one guy, and okay, he has some editors, but it's basically just one guy, which obviously requires a lot more time to make, you know, to record it and edit it, and you know, the whole process is a lot longer for one person compared to 1,000. But nonetheless, what this says to me is that YouTube is about to change again, I should say. It changes all the time, but this time I think it's different, and this time I think it's going to change in a way that it can never be the same again. Like as far as economics goes, in the like macro perspective, we are very much trading now in the age of attention. Like whoever can get the most eyes on them and hold them for the longest amount of time basically wins. And having a massive presence on social media is the easiest way to make money and have power in 2018. While it's easy for me or for you or anyone else out there to make an Instagram account, it's so saturated out there and it's so hard to stand out. Which basically means that whoever has the biggest ad budget is gonna win, you know, they're gonna take and keep the top spot. It's only a matter of time before these big corporations like Coca-Cola or Nike, Pepsi, Adidas, you know, other brands out there, it's only a matter of time before they invest all the big bucks into YouTube and Facebook, and you know, then what? Who's gonna be on top then? It's gonna be very interesting to me in particular to see how the platform shapes over the next few months and the years to go, and to see, you know, just who the winners and losers are. Like one thing I noticed a lot was this marketplace known as Wish, I think they're called. I've never bought from their platform, I don't have the app, but I see them all the time on Facebook, and I'm pretty sure that's where most of their ad money goes into. I don't know the proper economics behind it, but I can only imagine they're $1 billion company that just have loads of money and have loads of assets on their side. But most of their marketing, I've never seen a Wish billboard, I've never seen Wish in a newspaper. I don't even read newspapers, I've never seen a Wish TV advert. But anytime you go on Facebook, it's Wish this, Wish that, Wish this. So, you know, that tells you a lot about how the world is changing and how quickly and how rapidly things can change just like that, and just in a heartbeat, if these companies wanted to. If Nike decided tomorrow, like, look, we don't want to buy any more billboards, we want to invest all our millions, all our billions into YouTube and Facebook and Instagram, the platform would change drastically. And I don't know if I'm happy about, you know, the prospect of that happening. Maybe it's about time I get some Indian subtitles in, in my videos, some closed captions from eastern parts of the world. I think, well, to be fair, English is the second biggest language in the world, but, you know, it wouldn't hurt to get some Mandarin subtitles out there, just to broaden my my subscriber base. But yeah, that's basically my opinion on it. There's a lot of you know, background beef going on, like I mentioned, with, it's not just PewDiePie and TSeries. A lot of people are taking it out of perspective and saying, oh, PewDiePie versus India, and then they're going on about this Indian rampage. There's actually quite a good video about it, actually, I saw a few days ago. I can't remember who it's by. It's an Indian creator, or I believe he's Indian. He's I think it's Just Rain. I'll put a link to his video in the description below. And he was joking a lot about it, but if you take what he's saying, you know, for what he's saying, it's quite interesting. I'm not going to go into it too much because you can watch his video down below, but if you watch H3's podcast, like, I saw it the first time, I didn't see much wrong with it, but then I read the comments, I saw the dislikes, I'm like, you know, what did I miss? And I went back and it's like, wow, it is bad. It's a lot of a lot of subtle racism out there, which is kind of sad to see, especially because there's nothing really wrong with this. It's more or less a joke between PewDiePie and his subscribers talking about, you know, just get the most. And you have all these other people that are just taking it out of context and making a mockery of it. But nonetheless, that's, you know, that's my 2 cents in the situation. That was the sophisticated monkey weighing in on PewDiePie versus TSeries, and I don't know, man, I don't know. Like I said, the thing that scares me the most is, you know, the ad budgets and how quickly things can change if these companies wanted to change things. But yeah, man, that's about it for me today. So if you liked it, you know, don't forget to click like, drop down in the comments. I'm going to be replying to every single comment as always, so feel free to get at me if you have any other opinions or beliefs. Get them down below. If not, follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. See what I'm eating, see what I'm watching, whatever. And yeah, subscribe for more dope ass videos. And that's it from me. Peace out.